What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Alright, so this is a requested video for one of my subscribers. Shout out to the subscriber for giving me this video topic. And it's, who is, in my opinion, who is the better player between Amar'E Stoudemire and Pau Gasol? Now, let me say this before I get into this particular video. There really, for the most part, is no right and wrong answers to these types of videos or questions. It's just my opinion, all right? But I know people really like to do these types of things. They have to hear other people's opinions and voice their opinions. So it's all a good fun. It shouldn't be taken too seriously. Although I do take history seriously. So anyway, let's look at their resumes first. Let's look at their resumes. So with Amar'E Stoudemire, he's a 6-time All-Star in the NBA. He was on the 2006-2007 All-NBA first team. 4 times he was on the All-NBA second team. 2005, 2008, 2010, and 2011. He was the 2002-2003 NBA Rookie of the Year. So, of course, suffice to say he was on the 2003 All-Rookie First Team. Now, those are his NBA accolades. Now, the rest of this is overseas stuff. You know, he played overseas in the Israeli League for many years. And after his NBA career ended, and then there's some stuff in regards to when he was a high schooler. Now, for Pau Gasol, his resume is a lot more extensive as far as NBA is concerned. Or a little bit more extensive. 2-time NBA champion. Of course, in those Laker teams with Kobe Bryant. And 6-time NBA All-Star, 2-time All-NBA second team, 2 times All-NBA third team. He was the 2001-2002 Rookie of the Year. So he was Rookie of the Year the year before Amar'E Stoudemire won that award. So suffice to say he's on the NBA All-Rookie first team. His number 16 retired by the Los Angeles Lakers recently. And the rest of this stuff is overseas. I don't want to read that too much, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to focus on NBA. The only other league that I really acknowledge other than the NBA is the ABA, which doesn't exist. It hasn't existed for 45 plus years. Amar'E Stoudemire, for his NBA career, averaged 18.9 points per game, 7.8 rebounds per game, 1.2 blocks per game. We go a little bit further with those stats. He averaged 1.2 assists on 53.7% shooting from the floor, 23.6% from downtown. But when Amar'E Stoudemire was playing the three-point basket for power forwards was not really an expected, aspect of their games. It was more the exception rather than the rule. He was a good free throw shooter, 76.1% from the foul line. Average effective field goal percentage 53.8, 21.8 career PER rating, and 92.5 total win shares. For his career, he got to the foul line 6.4 times per game. For Pau Gasol, 17 points per game, 9.2 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 50.7% shooting from the floor, 36.8% from three-point range, which is a little bit misleading because Pau Gasol was not noted for being a three-point shooter, I would say, until the time he became a Chicago Bull. Maybe even the last year or so of his Laker tenure, but especially with the Bulls and the Spurs And later on, he's all of a sudden, because the NBA was changing, Pau Gasol had to be more of a stretch big. And all of a sudden, lo and behold, he became a good three-point shooter. As a matter of fact, one of those seasons for Pau Gasol, I don't remember which year it was, even though he didn't take that many attempts, in the 2016-17 season, Pau Gasol shot 54% from three for the Spurs. In 2018-19, in a season that he split time with the Spurs and the Milwaukee Bucks, he shot 46% from three that year. So, and then in 2014-15 with the Bulls, he shot 46% from three. Although the attempts were not that numerous at that point, but still. Let's go. Let's see what else I want to say about Pau Gasol. 75.3% from the free throw line for his career. For his career, he got to the line about 5.1 times. 21.4 career PER rating. 144.1 win share. So let's do this too. Amar'E Stoudemire was drafted as the 9th overall pick in the first round of 2002 NBA draft by the Phoenix Suns. Gasol, the year before, he was the 3rd pick in the first round in 2001, picked by the Atlanta Hawks, but then traded, I think, to the Grizzlies. For his career, Amar'E Stoudemire played for the Suns, the Knicks, the Heat, and the Mavericks. Gasol played for the Lakers, the Grizzlies, the Spurs, the Bulls, and the Milwaukee Bucks. Amar'E Stoudemire played 14 seasons in the NBA. Pau Gasol played 19 years. Amar'e Stoudemire had a 56.5% win percentage for his career. Pau Gasol 54.9%. Amar'e Stoudemire went to the playoffs 10 times. Pau 12 times. This is a big difference here. Stoudemire only had a 44.9% win percentage in the playoffs. Gasol 51.5%. Stoudemire won a championship. Pau Gasol won 2. All NBA first teams. Amar'e Stoudemire 1. Gasol none. All NBA 2 teams. Stoudemire 4 times. Gasol 2. All NBA third teams. Stoudemire 0. Gasol 2. Player of the month. Amar'e Stoudemire twice. Gasol once. Player of the week. Stoudemire 5 times. Gasol 5 times. Both won Rookie of the Year. Both was on all rookie first teams. Both won Rookie of the Month once. Both were All-Stars 6 times. Both were rookie game participants twice. Rookie game MVP. Stoudemire won it once. Gasol never. Dunk contest participant. Stoudemire twice. Gasol obviously none. Citizenship Award. Gasol 1. Stoudemire none. Magic Johnson Award. Gasol once. Stoudemire none. Community Assist Award. Gasol once. Stoudemire none. This is what I come to. Resume wise, overall, I would give the edge to Gasol. The championships mean something. They obviously mean a lot. He wasn't the best player on those teams, but his role was very, very important. All right, very, very important. Without him, there would have been no 2 championships in a row for Kobe Bryant and company in Los Angeles. One of the knocks on Gasol was that he was soft, and that sometimes he didn't rise to the occasion and play with the intensity and effort that was needed in certain circumstances. All right. Amar'e Stoudemire, what I remember as far as criticisms is concerned, it's hard to criticize a guy being injured. Those things, some of those things you can't control, other than if what's contributing to your injuries are you being not prepared, not being in shape, whatever. But one of the criticisms for Amar'E Stoudemire was that he was a poor rebounder. And I believe that was the case. He definitely, considering his athleticism, his size, he was a poor rebounder. I mean, he was 6'10", 245 pounds. Pau Gasol was 7 feet, and when he filled out, was about 250 pounds. So, yeah. Athleticism, Amar'E Stoudemire all the way. Quickness, speed, strength, Amar'E Stoudemire. When you start getting to a skill aspect of the game, Pau Gasol. Passing, shooting, especially outside shooting. Though I do recall Stoudemire working on those parts of his game, especially after the surgeries and injuries took a little bit of a toll on his athleticism, but still, Pau Gasol was the more skilled player. He was a better rebounder, a better playmaker, a better passer at the power forward position. Leadership, I guess it's a wash. Gasol was healthier, played 19 seasons. After 2011, I think, Stoudemire was never the same player. So at the end of the day, I just have to say, I got to go with Pau Gasol. I mean, that's just my instinct from the beginning of this video. And when I look at the evidence, and when I go with what I remember, what I recall, it's Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol was definitely the X factor of that 2010 NBA Finals. That was the key matchup in 2008. In 2008, when the Lakers lost in 6 games to the Boston Celtics, what helped them lose was that Kevin Garnett dominated that matchup. By 2010, Kevin Garnett was only a shell of himself after the injury, and Pau Gasol was a different Pau Gasol. He was a more aggressive Pau Gasol. One of the things I noted about Amar'E Stoudemire, one of the things I definitely remember about Amar'E Stoudemire, is he was not as consistent as he should have been. That's one of the things I remember about him. Now, what I'm saying? I'm getting a little bit older. Some of the details of certain players and games get a little fuzzy. But one of the things I do remember about Amar'E Stoudemire was that he was not as dominant as he should have been. Yeah, he had seasons, I think, averaging like 24, 25 maybe in his peak. But one thing I never could understand was how poor rebounder he was. That was the main thing. As far as defense is concerned, I'm trying to remember. I don't think he was a bad defender, but I think I remember him sometimes being a lazy defender. Like for instance, when called out about it, he would have games where his defense was formidable. But if I recall correctly with him, because we didn't have lead package back then. I remember his best years with the Suns. I remember him being, if not bad at times, at least sometimes inconsistent on defense. Pau Gasol, on the other hand, was, I believe, a better shot blocker than Amar'E Stoudemire. He was a better shot blocker and had more potential on the defensive end. Let's look at some things. Let me check some stuff out. let's look at Amar'E Stoudemire's blocks per game. 1.1, 1.6, 1.61, 1.3, 2.1, 1.1, 1.1, 1.0, 1.9, 1.0, 1.2 for his career. Pau Gasol, 2.1, 1.8, 1.7, 1.7, 1.9, 2.1, 1.6 for his career. Yeah, that goes back 19 years. Yeah, I definitely remember Pau Gasol being a little bit better, like a considerably better shot blocker. Not that Amar'E couldn't block shots, but Pau Gasol was a better shot blocker. And check out some of these advanced stats. Yeah, that's pretty much what I remember. Amar'E Stoudemire led the NBA in offensive win shares, 11.3 in 2004-2005, the first year that he was an All-Star. But he only had 3.3 defensive win shares. For his career, 29.4 defensive win shares. 29.4 defensive win shares. And stats don't mean everything, but they kind of tell you a story over time. And let's see. Pau Gasol, 54.1 career defensive win share. So yeah, I gotta go with Pau Gasol, ladies and gentlemen. But tell me what you guys think.